A cycle is simply a series of events that repeat. There are cycles of low resistance and high resistance. The cycles which are very predictable are those of low resistance. Two examples would be the length of a day and the length of a year. On the other hand, there are cycles of high resistance. For instance, the seasons are very predictable, but exactly how the seasons will play out is not. Some summers are hotter than others, and some winters come early. A person's sleep pattern is another example. A person might love his sleep and always feel the need to get more sleep. On days off, he sleeps till around noon, but rarely rises at the same time on these occasions. We know that this person will go through cycles of being awake and asleep, and nothing can prevent this. But unlike cycles of low resistance, it is difficult to predict when the shift will occur. Understanding the level of resistance in a cycle can help us determine how predictable it is likely to be. So, how accurately can one predict the future by analyzing the repetition of cycles? Predicting the future in detail is very difficult, even when we know about cycles. History and time are composed of cycles within cycles within cycles. We can develop an elementary understanding of some of these cycles, but others are beyond our reach, for they encompass great quantities of time. We find that cycles which have high resistance make two things difficult. First, it makes it difficult to assess the point when one cycle will end and the other begins. And secondly, it makes it difficult to predict the exact happenings within a cycle. Prediction is much easier when we are dealing with low-resistance cycles. For instance, scientists have studied the cycles of the moon and have calculated that it is moving further away from the Earth at a rate of about 1.5 inches per year. They can even tell us how far away the moon will be in 1 million and even 1 billion years. The principle of cycles also extends into our personal lives. Our lives are governed by various cycles that influence our well-being and behavior. Biorhythms are cyclical fluctuations in our physical, emotional, and intellectual states. These cycles follow a predictable pattern, helping us understand why we might feel energetic one day and lethargic the next. These rhythms begin at birth and continue throughout our lives. From the Alice A. Bailey books, we learn that we have 10-year cycles in our lives. If we examine the last 10 years, it will give us clues as to what to expect in the next 10 years. The Saturn cycle of just over 29 years is also a helpful one to study. If we are lucky, we go through 3 of these in a lifetime. Each of these is like a lifetime within a lifetime, and a new cycle brings a lot of opportunities. The principle of cycles is more than just an interesting observation about the universe. By recognizing the cyclical nature of life, we can approach challenges with greater resilience, knowing that even in the darkest of times, a new dawn awaits. Whether we are studying the cosmos, reflecting on our personal lives, or examining the course of history, cycles offer a framework for making sense of the world around us.